Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Today, reading from the book The Path of Perfection by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Continuing with the chapter 6, Krishna consciousness is the development of love of Krishna, a position transcendental even to material liberation. Why does the Krishna conscious person take such an account of the tree? Because he has love for Krishna. If you love your child and your child is away, you think of him when you see his shoe. You think, oh, this is my dear child's shoe. It is not that you love the shoe but the child. The shoe, however, evokes that love. Similarly, as soon as we see Krishna's energy manifested in the living entity, we love that entity because we love Krishna. Therefore, if we love Krishna, universal love is accounted for. Otherwise, universal love is nonsensical because it is not possible to love everybody without loving Krishna. If we love Krishna, universal love is automatically there. Without being Krishna conscious, a person may say, here is an American brother, and here is my Indian brother. Now let us eat this cow. Such a person will look on other humans as brother, but he looks on the cow as food. Is this universal love? A Krishna conscious person, however, thinks, oh, here is a cow, here is a dog. They are part and parcels of Krishna, but somehow or other they have acquired different bodies. This does not mean that they are not my brothers. How can I kill and eat my brothers? This is true universal love, rooted in love for Krishna. Without such Krishna consciousness, there is no question of love at all. Krishna consciousness is the stage beyond self realization, in which the devotee becomes one with Krishna, in the sense that Krishna becomes everything for the devotee, and the devotee becomes full in loving Krishna. An intimate relationship between the Lord and the devotee then exists. In this stage, the living entity attains his immortality. Nor is the personality of God hid ever out of sight of the devotee. To merge in Krishna is spiritual annihilation. A devotee takes no such risk. It is stated in the Brahma Samhita, Prema Jana Chorita Bhakti Vilochana Santha Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Sham Sundaram Achinta Guna Swarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotees whose eyes are adorned with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shyama Sundara, situated within the heart of the devotee. One who has developed such a love for Krishna sees Shyam Sundara Karmatesana always within his heart. At this stage, Lord Krishna never disappears from the sight of devotee, nor does the devotee ever lose sight of the Lord. In the case of a yogi who sees the Lord as Paramatma within the heart, the same applies. Such a yogi turns into a pure devotee and cannot bear to live for a moment without seeing the Lord within himself. This is a real process by which we can see God. God is not our order supplier. We cannot demand, come and show yourself. No, we first have to qualify ourselves. Then we can see God at every moment and everywhere. Sarvabhuta sthitam yo mam bhajati ekatvam asthita sarvatha vartamanopi sayogi mai vartate. Such a yogi who engages in the worshipful service of Supersoul, knowing that I and the Supersoul are one, remains always in me in all circumstances. Bhagavad Gita 6.31. A yogi who is practicing meditation on the Supersoul sees within himself the plenary portion of Krishna as Vishnu, with four hands holding a conch shell, wheel, club, and lotus flower. This manifestation of Vishnu, which is the yogi's object of concentration, is Krishna's plenary portion. As stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.48, Yashaika Nishvastita Kalam Athavalambhya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagad Anandanatha Vishnur Mahan Sa Eha Yasya Kala Visheso Govindamadi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. The Brahmanas and the other lords of the mundane worlds appear from the pose of Mahavishnu and remain alive for the duration of his one exhalation. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, for Mahavishnu is a portion of his plenary portion. The words Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami, I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, are most important. The word Adi means original. And Purusha means the Lord as the original male and the original enjoyer. And who is this Govinda whose plenary portion is Mahavishnu? And what is the function of Mahavishnu? In every universe, there is a primary, original, living entity known as Brahma. The life of Brahma is the life of universe, and this life exists during only one breathing period of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu lies on the causal ocean, and when he exhales, millions of universe issue from his body as bubbles and then develop. When Mahavishnu inhales, these millions of universe return within him, and this is called the process of annihilation. That, in essence, is the position of this material universe. They come out from the body of Mahavishnu and then again return. In the ninth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is also indicated that this material universe are manifest at a certain period and are then annihilated. सर्वभूतानि कौन्त्य प्रकृतिं यन्ति मामिकं कल्पक्षय पुनस्तानि कल्पदौ vishrami aham. O son of Kunti, at the end of millennium, all material manifestation enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. The creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material cosmic manifestation are completely dependent on the supreme will of the personality of Godhead. At the end of millennium means at the death of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years, and his one day is calculated at 4 crore 300 lakh of our earthly years. His night is of the same duration. His month consists of 30 such days and nights, and his years of 12 months. After 100 such years, when Brahma dies, the devastation or annihilation takes place. This means that the energy manifestation by Supreme Lord is again bound up in himself. That is, Mahavishnu inhales. That again, when there is a need to manifest the cosmic world, it is done by his will. Although I am one, I shall become many. This is a Vedic aphorism. He expands himself in this material energy, and the whole cosmic manifestation again takes place. Since the entire creation and the annihilation of the material universe depend on the exhalation and inhaling of Mahavishnu, we can hardly imagine the magnitude of that Mahavishnu. And yet, it is said here that this Mahavishnu is but a plenary portion of Kṛṣṇa, who is the original Govinda. Mahavishnu enters into each universe as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Garbhodakshai Vishnu further expand as Shirodakshai Vishnu, and in and it is this Vishnu form that enters into the heart of every living entity. In this way, Vishnu is manifested throughout the creation. Thus, the yogis concentrate their mind on the Shirodakshai Vishnu form within the heart. As stated in the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita 18.61, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridayesha Arjuna Sthithai Brahmanyam Sarvabhutani Yantarudhani Mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated on a machine made of material energy. Thus, according to the yogic process, the yogi finds out where the Shirodakshai Vishnu is seated within the heart, and when he finds this form there, he concentrates on him. The yogi should know that this Vishnu is not different from Krishna. Krishna, in this form of super soul, is situated in everyone's heart. Furthermore, there is no difference between the innumerable super souls present in the innumerable hearts of living entities. For example, there is only one sun in the sky, but this sun may be reflected in millions of buckets of water. Or one may ask millions and trillions of people, where is the sun? And each will say, over my head, the sun is one, but it is reflected countless times. According to the Vedas, the living entities are innumerable. There is no possibility of counting them. Just as the sun can be reflected in the countless buckets of water, Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, can live in each and everyone's heart. It is this form that is Krishna's plenary portion, and it is this form on which the yogi concentrates. One who is engaged in Krishna consciousness is already a perfect yogi. In fact, there is no difference between a Krishna conscious devotee always engaged in transcendental loving service of Krishna and a perfect yogi engaged in meditation of super soul. There is no difference between a yogi in samadhi and a Krishna conscious person engaged in different activities. The devotee can even though engaged in various activities while in material existence, remain always situated in Krishna. This is confirmed in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Srila Rupa Goswami. Nikhalasvi api avasthasu jivanan muktasa uchyate. A devotee of Lord always acting in Krishna conscious is automatically liberated. This is also confirmed in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita 14.26. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevati sahagunam samitiyatan brahma bhujaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at one transcends the mode of material nature and thus come to the level of Brahman. Thus, the devotee engaged in unalloyed devotional service has already transcended the material modes of nature. Being situated in Brahman platform means being liberated. There are three platforms: the bodily or sensual, the mental, and the spiritual. The spiritual platform is called the Brahman platform, and the liberation means being situated on that platform. Being conditioned soul, we are presently situated on the bodily or sensual platform. Those who are little advanced speculators, philosophers are situated on the mental platform. Above this is a platform of liberation of Brahman realization. That the devotee always acting in Krishna consciousness is automatically situated on the liberated platform of Brahman is also confirmed in the Narada Pancharatra. दिक्कलदि अनावचीनि कृष्णे चेतोविधय च तन्मयो भवति स्फिरं जीवो ब्रह्माणि योजते. By concentrating one's attention on the transcendental form of Krishna, who is all pervading and beyond time and space, one becomes absorbed in thinking of Krishna and then attains the happy state of transcendental association with him. Krishna consciousness is the highest stage of trance in yogic practice. This is very understanding that Krishna is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart makes the yogi faultless. The Vedas confirm this inconvincible potency of Lord as follows: Eko pi sanbahuta yo vabhati aishwarat rupam ekam chasuryovad bahudiyati. Vishnu is one and yet he is certainly all pervading. By his inconvincible potency, in spite of his one form, he is present everywhere. As the sun, he appears in many places at once. आत्मापनेन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन सुखं सवदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः. He is perfect yogi who by comparison to his own self sees the true equality of all living beings in both their happiness and distress, O Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita 3 6.32. This is true universal vision. It is not that God is sitting in my heart and not in the heart of a dog, cat, or cow. Sarva Bhutana means that He is sitting in the heart of all living entities, in the human heart and in the ant's heart. The only difference is that cat and dogs can't realize this. A human being, if he tries to follow the Sankhya Yoga or Bhakti Yoga system, is able to understand, and this is a prerogative of human life. If we miss this opportunity, we suffer a great loss, for we have undergone the evolutionary process and have passed through more than 8 million species of life in order to get this human form. We should therefore be conscious of this and careful not to miss this opportunity. We have a good body, the human form, and the intelligence and the civilization. We should not live like animals and struggle hard for the existence, but should utilize our time thinking peacefully and understanding our relationship with the Supreme Lord. This is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Don't lose this opportunity, utilize it properly. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.